Hello, fellow traders. Nutty Bar Trading coming to you. And in today's video, we're going to be reviewing the top 10 payouts for Apex or from Apex Trader Funding in the month of June. We're also going to look at an all-time list, and we're also going to look at the payouts that Apex has done per month. But yeah, I really enjoy doing these videos. It's inspirational to me. And it's just, I enjoy going through and kind of tracking people of their payouts and how many accounts they might have, what size accounts they have. There's a lot of speculation on the accounts they have, and you can kind of tell, but obviously I don't know. So I'm going to be speculating some in this video, but I really enjoy it. I think this is the third video like this that I've done. So if you're curious about prior months, just go on my channel, check it out. But basically, I just go through this list is public information. I'm not anyone special. This data is on Apex's website. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, there's a payout tab. If you click on that, it'll take you. And so for them, I think they show 3 months of payout data. And I've had some of my viewers be kind enough to send me the previous months of data as well. So the data that I have goes back to September of 2022. So, which is kind of when Apex started growing really fast. So I have the majority of Apex's withdrawal or payout data. And basically all I do is I compile it into a spreadsheet and I subtotal it and I group it, basically making it easy to read and making it easy to see the top 10 payouts. But it's not like I'm anyone special. Anyone can do this. But if you're here and been following this series, I appreciate your support. If you want to continue to follow along, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button or the notification button. I appreciate it. I also do trade live every day. You can check out my channel. You'll kind of get the sum of it. But basically, my goal is to get on this payout page, and I'm not there yet. I consider myself a learning trader. I am not where I want to be, but this gives me motivation and encouragement to get to payout and to get on this list. Even if it's at the bottom of this list, I'd be happy with that. So anyway, let's just dive right in. All right, so we're going to start with reviewing May. That was prior month. Just to kind of show some of, the names that were in May. There's also someone I want to kind of point out. And Anna from Mexico City, I mean, she has been killing it. So if we look on May, she withdrew $76,000. But what is really impressive with Anna isn't so much that she did it $76,000 withdrawal. I mean, that's impressive in it by itself, but she did it with one account. That's even more impressive. Okay. So then if you go to April, she withdrew $80,000 in April, again, with only one account. And if you go to March, I found her, and she withdrew $3,500. So if you're aware of how Apex's withdrawal system works, the first 3 months, they have you capped on how much you can withdraw for the first 3 months. And I believe for a $300,000 account, the most you can take out per month would be $7,000 or, $3,500 twice. So it looks like Anna has been, taking out kind of the minimum amount. If we go to February, let me just search for her again here. You can see she took out $7,000 here, basically 2 withdrawals. And if we go to January, again, I'm not sure there's anything here. Let me try this again. Okay, so there I don't see anything. I'm the first time looking at this, so you're just going to discover this with me. So it looks like January was her first month. So January, February, and then March. So that would compile her 3 months. So then in April was her first month where she had no cap on any withdrawal amount. And she took out $80,000 in April. And then in May, she took out $76,000. I mean, that's impressive. I just wanted to shout that out because most people here, and I have nothing against it, obviously, but most people here are doing it with 15 to 20 accounts. For example, if we just look at Douglas, we can see, he has 12 accounts where he's taken out $6,500 each, which is impressive as well. No harm in that at all. But I just found that pretty awesome. And I wanted to point that out. Then we go to June. I actually don't think Anna did any withdrawal in June. No, I don't believe she did. So I always wonder when you see someone being consistently profitable, and the other person that has also been very consistent has been Brian. Brian from Woodside, New York, and he also didn't have a withdrawal in the month of June. Now, does that mean they were, did they blow their account? Maybe. Or were they switched to a live funded account? That could be as well. We don't know. That's just speculation. I kind of like to think that they were switched to a live funded account, but who knows? But either way, it's pretty awesome. And just wanted to point that out. All right, let's just go into this top 10 list for the month of June. We're going to start at number 10. And coming in at number 10 at $30,750 is Safe from Brooklyn, New York. And I was just curiosity. I'm curious how many accounts they have. It appears like he would have 8 accounts. So, and made, I don't know. This is speculation. But regardless, $32,000 withdrawal in 1 month is absolutely awesome. Very nicely done. Safe from Brooklyn, New York. And then in Richard from Plano, Texas, made $32,000 in withdrawals. Again, very nicely done. That is awesome. And then Andrew from Waterloo, Ontario, Canada, as well. $34,000 in withdrawal, coming in at number 8. That is awesome. Then we have, you know what? I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this name. I'm just going to butcher it. But Cupertino, California, $38,000, coming in at number 7. And Alan from Brooklyn, New York, at $38,000, tied for number 7. Very nicely done. That is awesome. It appears like Alan would have 19 accounts, taking out $2,000 per account. That's amazing. That's the thing that I think is so attractive, and the reason that Apex has grown as fast as they have is because they allowed 20 accounts and also the discounts that they offer. Those two, the combination of those two, I believe is what has just blown Apex out of the water compared to other prop firms. And I mean, obviously, I'm not here to debate and say, there's pros and cons to each prop firm. Me personally, that is why I use Apex. And actually mentioning that, Apex does have a 90% sale going on right now. So make sure that if you're waiting on getting accounts, right now is the time to get evaluation accounts. You're not going to find a better deal than 90% off. So if you've been waiting, get them now. That I would highly recommend that. If you want to use my code, it's in the description below or my link below. That would be great. I would appreciate it. It would support my channel, but you don't have to. Use whoever's code or whoever's YouTuber or supporter that you want to support. make sure you use their code because it is well worth the 90% discount. I always say just make sure you use someone's code, because if you use the generic code, then that means Apex gets that discount. Or it doesn't mean they get a discount, but it means they don't have to pay out at all. And me personally, I think Apex makes enough money. But to each his own. Do what you want. All right, then going to SWE, Vernon Hills, Illinois, $40,000, coming in at number 6. Let's go. It looks like SWE, and I'm not sure is that a he or she, but either way, it doesn't matter. $40,000 across 20 accounts. This is my dream. This is what I want to do. I want to get 20 funded accounts and get it to pay out. That would be my dream, my motivation. We're not there yet, but you know what? We're going to keep at it. One of these days, we're going to get there. All right, then we go to Timothy from Walhalla, South Carolina. $41,500, coming in at number 5. Very nicely done. Making 2 separate withdrawals on the month for different variety, different amounts. So very nicely done. Then we have Victor from Los Angeles, California. $44,000, 502, coming in at number 4. Very nicely done. Multiple $6,000 plus withdrawals, looks like, across 7 accounts. That is awesome. Awesome. Then we have Lawrence from London, across the pond, coming in at $46,560, coming in at number 3. Again, just very nicely done. We have, looks like, maybe 11 accounts, the way it looks like. Not sure, but either way, that is awesome. Nicely done. Then we have D. So actually, one thing I wanted to point out, with Apex, this information is public information. That's one thing. When you sign up with Apex, you sign the funded account agreement, you are agreeing to having your name displayed on the Apex Payouts page. But they only show your first name and your city and state and country. Now, if you prefer to be anonymous, you can request that through support. And basically what happens, the first letter, it will only show your first letter, and then it'll have stars after it, and then your city and state. So that's what this is. So we have D from Westerly, Rhode Island, I believe. Very nicely done. How many accounts? Looks like 20 accounts. $2,750 withdrawal on all 20 accounts, for a total of $55,000 withdrawal for the month of June, which is awesome. Very nicely done. Then coming in at number 1, Jose from Newman, California. $94,500. That is awesome. And again, not to speculate, but it looks like he has 13 accounts and 13 or 14 accounts, and withdrew $3,500 twice for the month of June. So, wow, very, very cool to see and track. Obviously, we have a lot of new names. We have a lot of new names here, and there's a lot of names where, that we were kind of getting used to. And now, one thing I want to point out, I'm just going to give a little bit of a shout out here. Usually I wouldn't do this, but I feel confident. And this person did verify with me through a video that Douglas from Sioux Falls, he actually stopped into my live stream and he verified that it was him. And I'm going to shout out his channel. His channel is 100 lot ES Trader is his YouTube channel. I don't know that if he's planning to live stream or not, or give updates. All I know is he has a total of over close to 190,000 in withdrawals. Now it's a little bit confusing because he actually moved. He used to live in Las Vegas. If you look in the April results, Douglas was living in Las Vegas, made $48,000 in withdrawals. And then in May, he moved to Sioux Falls, which is where he's living currently. Now, he did share that he did blow these accounts. Obviously, he made very nice money, withdrew close to 190,000. But he did blow these accounts, but he is very close to, if not, he might actually already have 20 accounts again ready to be funded. So I know there was some talk that he might live stream, but anyway, if he does, go check him out. He seemed like a pretty cool dude, and I really appreciated him stopping into my channel and just sharing some of his journey and how everything went. And also just want to take this time, if you know, one thing, it's easy for people to kind of, you know, we've had people where people stop in, they claim to have made X amount of withdrawals from Apex. And if you do that, just maybe check. It's pretty easy to verify if that is true or not. And even other YouTube channels, I'll be honest, there's been a couple YouTube channels out there that have claimed to have made XYZ. You know, there's one YouTube channel that made a claim that they've withdrawn $100,000 from Apex. And it's pretty easily to verify that that's not true. So that's one thing I really appreciate about Apex and populating these names, is kind of a way to verify if certain people are telling the truth or not. But anyway, just to say, if you are on this top 10 list or whatever, stop in to my stream. I always enjoy picking people's brain that have achieved kind of what I'm looking to achieve. So I really appreciate that. But regardless, let's move on. Let's look at the per person all-time list. There's not a whole lot to discuss here. We didn't really have much of a change. The only change we had, okay, and this is also, I'm going to keep this the way it is, but technically Douglas from Sioux Falls here and Douglas from Las Vegas, these two people are actually the same person, but it's separating them because they move cities. Makes it a little bit difficult with my data to change that, so I'm going to leave it the way it is, but whatever. I get the point, but yeah, the only change we had on the all-time list from last month was Jose from Newman, California, came from, I think he was like in 15th or 16th place, and he jumped up to now in 8th place. So very nicely done, Jose. He is on the top 10 list, but that really is the only difference on the top 10 list from last month. Obviously, you can see here Douglas, he moved from down to number 10. Previously, he was at number 9. And Rakino from Plainsboro, New Jersey, moved to number 9 from number 8. So I'm going to kind of keep this list going just so we can kind of track when people are moving up and down that list. But obviously, coming in at number 1 still is the GOAT, Vince. You know, obviously, I think everyone or most people are familiar with Vince taking out over $1 million last year. Very nicely done. Gabriel, honestly, is almost more impressive because Vince did this with 20 accounts, which is obviously awesome. But Gabriel here did $500,000 with 3 accounts. So that's almost more impressive, if you ask me. But regardless, they're both really impressive. Very nicely done. Anyone on this list is impressive. And that's the other thing I wanted to point out. I know I spent a lot of time highlighting the top 10, but if you're on this list, anywhere on this list, let me just scroll all the way down. Even if you're on this $500 list, even if you're on this list only, that is still awesome. You have done something that 90% of people have failed to do. So pat yourself on the back. Very nicely done. And keep doing what you're doing. Anyway, the other thing I thought about doing, and I was considering doing this, but I think I'll check with the individuals before I do it. But there's a couple YouTubers that I follow and people that I interact with, not on a daily basis, but I've thought about highlighting, or if someone in the comments wants to, like, basically having a separate tab and tracking YouTubers and their withdrawals. And it would only be people, you can leave a comment in this video, and whoever you follow, if they live stream or if they upload videos and they make withdrawals on Apex, they use Apex, whatever, and they've made a bunch of withdrawals. I've thought about, it would be kind of neat to have a separate tab where we only track YouTubers' withdrawals. Now, obviously, some YouTubers might have issue with that, so I'm not doing it right now, but I've been thinking about doing it. If you think that's a good idea, leave a comment down below. If you think it's a bad idea, then I guess let me know as well. But anyway, that is it for this month. Actually, no, we have one more thing to do. One more thing, the per month. So the per month comparison, this is just going through the dollar amount of payouts that Apex has done. Pretty easy to understand here. Obviously, this month was 3.9 million, a little bit down from 4.2 million of May. So May was so far the record number of payouts that Apex has done. A little bit down in June. So be curious to see what July ends up being. But they have made a lot of payouts, And I think it's pretty easy to see based on payouts that Apex is like far and away the biggest prop firm that is currently available. I think there's multiple different reasons for that, but we can all sit and argue about, which prop firm is the best and which one has the most and the best rules and yada, yada, yada. I'm not going to get into that, but I don't think it's really an argument. You cannot argue that Apex has paid out more than anyone else. They've probably paid out triple than any other prop firm has in the last 6 months. So that isn't really up for debate. But anyway, that's it for the video. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Again, if you want to continue seeing these videos, I plan to do it basically the last week of every month. I'll upload these videos, and we'll just keep tracking things for as long as, I guess, for as long as we can. So take care, everyone. Have a blessed day. And I will see everyone hopefully tomorrow morning's live stream. So take care.